lads, how's it going? Max here, and today welcome back to a brand new video. It's my new series, hashtag Talk Tottenham, where you guys over on Twitter get involved, you get to leave feedback, you get to basically just get me talking about Tottenham. Simple as that. The first episode was uploaded yesterday. Thank you so much for the support on it already. There's been tons of comments, haven't been able to reply to many of them because basically I went out last night and obviously I've watched Tottenham today and I've been doing a few other bits and bobs. Back again, we're going to be doing the same thing. You guys have been in touch. I've got loads to go through. Spurs coming off the back today of the FA Cup away. We won away at Fulham. Kane Hatrick. It feels good. He's just a prolific goal scorer. He's proven it time and time again now. He's got more hat-tricks for the club than Gary Lineker did at Spurs. Now that's saying something. That is saying something because just is. Pochettino didn't mess around today either. He went full guns blazing. That was one of our best teams. We had Son, we had Ali, we had Wanyama, we had the two centre-backs in Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Vorm, yes, he had a little bit of a dodgy spell. He had a pass that one of the centre-mids from Fulham nearly scored. Other than that, I don't think Vorm was tested that many times. He made a couple of saves, but overall I was really happy with the performance. Let's jump straight into this. Let's go through some of your boys. Let's go through some of your comments that you've been giving me, some that I've picked out. There was so many. I think there was 40 replies in like the first 5 minutes of me doing the tweet. So thank you for that. Remember, follow me on Twitter, xDuoMax. Same as my Snapchat. No, the Snapchat is Slokesy. S-L-O-K-E-S-Y. Just follow me on Twitter, it's a lot easier. I'm going to stop rambling. Let's jump into the first comment. So the first comment is from Tom Dean and it says, importance of Winks, Trippier and Kane. Now obviously I don't need to speak about Kane. He speaks for himself, scored a hat-trick. I love him. If you're a Spurs fan, you love him. Trippier, on his day, I mean, I think he's brilliant. He's a brilliant right back. He can get the ball in the box. He's got an excellent cross on him. He's good at defending. He just hasn't got 99 pace like Kyle Walker. Walker bombs up and down. Walker can afford to make a mistake and he can get back and cover. Trippier is absolutely brilliant, and Harry Winks, man of the moment today. I think he was outstanding. I don't know about you. Pop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. I honestly, when he first came in, I was a little bit shaky whether I liked him or not. But honestly, he's grown to be such a good footballer at this club, and he's only going to keep getting better and better. So I think there's been some other comments saying, do I think he's going to push like either Wanyama or Dembele out of the team? Personally, no. I feel like Dembele is just that more physical player. He's physical threat against the bigger teams, and sometimes you just need him in midfield with Wanyama to cope with the other midfielders. Winks is just, I don't want to be harsh on him, but I mean, you can't really be harsh on him. He's outstanding. Today he was brilliant. He bossed that midfield. He gets the ball, gets rid of it, and that's what you want in one of your centre mids. He's just a clever player. He knows when to get rid of the ball, when to keep the ball. He's got a good eye on him. He can obviously slot a through ball. We've got Dele Alli who can create them, so Winks doesn't even have to be that type of player. Just a really solid performance from Harry Winks, and I hope it continues. We'll see if he gets some more first team football in the coming weeks. Moving on to Alex THFC, can we win it? And when he means can we win it, he means the FA Cup, because obviously we played Fulham. We're into the quarterfinals now. I honestly don't see why we can't. There's no reason why we can't win it. If Pochettino puts out a good side, the only worry I have is he going to always put the good side out in the Premier League if you've got a big game in the FA Cup? Or if you've got a Europa League game, like is he going to go full strength team against Ghent or Gent, however you pronounce it, when we play them at Wembley? I'd love them to put the full team and just go for it. I personally don't feel there's actually that much depth in the squad. There honestly isn't. I mean, look at our bench. We should have improved in the January transfer window. The bench just doesn't look that amazing when you look at it. I want to see Nkudu have some more game time. Maybe Janssen should have played today, but we'll move on to that because there's some comments coming your way. But to answer your question, Alex, yes, I think we can win it. As long as we don't bottle it. And we'll see, obviously. I'm recording this at 5:30 on the day of beating Fulham. So I don't know, the draw hasn't been made yet. You might be seeing this once the draw's been made later on tonight. Ryan Mail says, Harry Winks really pushing Dembele for a starting place. Now, no, I know I've mentioned this, so I'm going to quickly move on to the next one. But Harry Winks, I feel he can be in the same team as Dembele. You can even, it's a tough one. It is a tough one because I'm happy to see Winks start, Dele Alli start, Wanyama, Dembele, Eriksen, Son. I'm happy for any of them to start, but unfortunately it's up to Poch. One of them's going to sit out, and this is a good situation to be in. You want to have those options, because then you can always just bring them on. I mean, we've seen Winks come off the bench. We've seen what Son can do off the bench. Don't see why not. As I was mentioning Son, Sanji Brown says, Son is not as effective anymore. I think he is lacking spark. What do you think? I think Son is just one of these players. He has to be confident. If he hasn't got any confidence, he's going to be awful. Kane, on the other hand, like, he can go a few games without any goals and then, like, for example, bang a hat-trick today. Son's one of these players he needs to always keep being pushed, I feel. But he's a quality player when he's playing well, when the team is playing well. He just doesn't know what to do in the final third sometimes, and it's a little bit worrying. He normally always cuts back or a little. Just have a go for goal. Sometimes we don't have enough shots in games, and it really does frustrate me. But Son off the bench, we know he can be good. So either way, I'm happy with whatever. I'm happy when he starts, because he's got that bit of that flair. He likes to beat the offside trap, and he can finish. He can score goals, as we know. Moving on to the next one, quick one, nice easy one from Ahmed. Who do you want in the next round? Now currently, Blackburn were beating United, and obviously Lincoln are through. So I should probably quickly check to see if Blackburn... Actually, I'm not going to even look. I'm going to say Lincoln. I'd love to get Lincoln in the next round. Let's not beat around it. Let's not say we want one of the big guys, because if we're going to get them, we're going to get them. We're going to get them in the final. Let's get there. Let's get there, because we need a trophy. This needs to be the year. The squad's good enough. Lincoln, come to our lane so that we can destroy it. This is a very interesting one from Jake Hotspur. Eriksen's poor set pieces, playing out the back could be costly against stronger teams. Winks good enough to start Prem matches. Spoke about Winks, let's talk about Eriksen. Eriksen's set pieces are so frustrating. They even have me lost for words at times, because when we get that free kick on like the edge of the box, you don't get that feeling like we're going to score it anymore. Eriksen, I mentioned it yesterday, he hasn't scored a free kick this season or last season now. I'm pretty sure. He can't even beat the first man on the wall, but, I say but, his creativity, like the goals that Ali scored against Chelsea, where he likes to cross them in, he set one up today for Kane like that, and he's honestly probably one of the best in the league, just wrapping his foot around it, getting it in the box like that, because you just don't see that very often. Eriksen has got it. His set pieces, they'll come, they will come, because he's a natural talent. I don't know what's going on, but as long as he keeps playing well in games and setting Kane up, I'm not bothered if he can't beat the first man every so often. Moving on to the next one, talk about Ali and his chances of leaving this summer. I'd rather not talk about that, because I don't feel like it's going to happen. If it is going to happen, it's going to be a ridiculous amount of money. And when I talk about ridiculous amount of money, you're talking Pogba money. And there's no reason why he would leave, because look at when they scored, or whenever we score and Kane and Ali are on the pitch, those are the first two to run and hug each other, to run and congratulate each other. Those two have a special bond. They've even got a special handshake. So we'll brush that one aside. Let's not talk about that. On to the next one. He was involved in yesterday's Talk Tottenham. If Janssen cannot even get into the FA Cup game being 3-0 up, is it safe to say he's finished as a Spurs player? I feel for Janssen, I honestly do. If you can hear that background noise, it's a bloody washing machine. I do feel for Janssen. I say this every game. But when you're winning like this, you're 3-0 up, yes, you should bring him on. Bring Janssen on. Give him like half an hour. He's coming on in like the last 10 minutes of matches. You know he can be that physical threat, which he is. He is a massive physical threat. He causes problems, but he doesn't stay central. He runs down to the wings, and then we look in the box, and then there's no one there. And then we're like, well, what's going on here? We need to be crossing it into Janssen, because that's the sort of player he is. But in terms of getting back into the team, I don't know. Leave a comment down below about Janssen. I still don't know what to make about him. Moving on to the last two comments now. Graham says, can the team still sustain a push in the UEL, FA Cup and EPL, plus what can be deemed as a successful what makes a season successful for Tottenham Hotspur this season, basically? And that would be winning a trophy. Let's not beat around the bush. Finishing second, that would be nice. Finishing above Arsenal would be Finishing above Arsenal would be a success in its own terms of like bragging rights. I'd love to be able to just sit here and tweet all day slating the Arsenal fans that say, oh, Tottenham is shit, ain't finished above us in like however many years it is. Sorry I don't have that stat in front of me. You guys would probably be able to tell me. That would just be That would be brilliant. Would you guys personally, I'm not agreeing to it, I want you to hear your guys' opinions. You can tweet me it or leave it in the comments. Let me know, would you take it, not winning a trophy, but finishing above Arsenal, or winning a trophy and Arsenal still finishing above us? I'm probably being stupid there. Obviously you'd want to win a trophy, but how nice would it be to finish above Arsenal? That would be so nice. So I thought I had one more comment saved, but I haven't. There was literally tons. A lot of them revolved around the same thing, because obviously we all pick up the same sort of knowledge from watching the game. We're going to talk about Kane. We're going to talk about Winks. Toby and I was going to say Toby and Alderweireld. Toby and Jan, let's talk about them very quickly before I end the video. It's great to see them back. We look like a different club. Once Lamella's back, that's another talking point. We can obviously leave that until another day. Danny Rose, Jan Vertonghen, Alderweireld, and then I'm happy with Trippier or Walker. But when Walker plays and Rose play, well, that back four is just, we just look unplayable at times. And there was times today where Fulham couldn't get near us, and that just shows the difference in quality, in the class that we have. And that's going to lead me to the end of the video. If you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. If we can get over 250 likes, I think that would be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the support on yesterday's video. It might not be getting thousands of views, but getting the feedback is what it's all about. And my aim is to bring as many Tottenham fans to this channel as we can, and just go from there. We'll grow together. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon for another one. Have a day off. Take care. Bye-bye.